Hey Queen! Happy holidays! Yup, it's almost Christmas, so why don't we make a beautiful Christmas tree cake? Years ago, I made this cake for Christmas, but this year I decided to make a standing Christmas tree cake. So let's start with the cake ingredients. You will need 120 grams of sugar, 120 grams of flour, 40 grams of milk, 40 grams of sunflower oil, baking powder, vanilla powder, 4 eggs, and salt. Start by separating the egg yolks and whites. Add just a pinch of salt to the yolks and whisk very well. In a mixer, add the egg whites and a pinch of salt and mix them on a high speed until the eggs start to foam. Now that the foam is formed, gradually add the sugar. Add 3 teaspoons of the vanilla powder. And keep mixing until you hit this consistency. Now add the yolks and use a spatula to mix them all together. Mix in a circular motion from the bottom to the top. Add the flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder and mix. In a big bowl, add the milk, the sunflower oil, and a little bit of the mixture that we prepared. Mix them very well using a whisk and add 2 more portions of the mixture. Now combine the 2 mixtures and mix. Now place a parchment paper at the bottom and the sides of your baking pan and pour your cake mixture. To prevent air bubbles in the cake, insert a stick at the center and all the way to the bottom of the pan. Then slowly move it clockwise in circles without lifting the stick and until you reach the sides. Afterwards, tap the cake on the counter a few times before you put it in a preheated oven at 170 degrees for 40 minutes. And please do not open the oven at all before that. After 40 minutes, take the cake out of the oven and insert the stick into the center. If the stick comes out clean, the cake is done. If not, let the cake bake a few more minutes. Now hit the bottom of the pan on the counter and get the cake out of it. Remove the parchment and let it cool. Repeat this process 2 more times because we are making a 3-layered cake. Well, actually it's 4-layered, but I don't know, you'll see what I mean in just a moment. But for now, let's prepare the cake frosting. You will need 400 grams of room temperature butter, around 400 grams of condensed milk, and vanilla powder. Put the butter in a mixer and mix it very well for 5 to 7 minutes or until it softens. Add 1 teaspoon of the vanilla powder and gradually add the condensed milk. Stop the mixer and scrape the sides several times during the process, just to make sure you're getting every single bit of it. So these are my 3 cakes. And they lost some of the top layer. Because they were hot, I was flipping them to remove the parchment at the bottom. But it's okay, this part will be hidden anyway. Arrange the cakes over each other and use a serrated knife to cut them into a cone. Take some of the parts you cut from the cake and cut them to form the pointed upper part of the tree. Put these parts on top and cut around them. Separate the layers and fill them with either whipped cream or Nutella. Put some Nutella at the center of your serving plate to secure the cake and to make sure it doesn't move. Add green food coloring to some of the buttercream and frost the cake. Cover the entire cake, then smooth out the buttercream with a cake smoother. When you're done, place the cake in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Then pipe the 3 leaves all the way around. Now it's time for Christmas tree decoration. The last step is to make the star that's going on the top of the cake. First, let's make a quick fondant by mixing 2.5 tablespoons of room temperature butter with a little bit of hot water. Mix them well until the butter is melted. Then gradually add powdered sugar until the paste is formed. Cover it with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes. Then take it out of the fridge and mix it with yellow food coloring. Now shape a piece of foil into a star and cover it with fondant. Push a stick into the bottom of the star and place it on the cake straight through the center. And there you have it. That's our standing Christmas tree cake. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for more recipes. I wish you a very magical holiday and a lifetime of health, love, and lots of smiles. Merry Christmas and till next week, Queens!